Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular Kpop opinions because we're experiencing K-pop fatigue.
It's not really all that crazy if you think about it for a sec. Like, people love to act like haters are destroying idols' careers. Well, sometimes they do. But controversy is the
Just
best
Huge
promo a group
Voice.
can get these
That's
days.
another channel.
The key to my destiny. The key to my destiny.
Let's all give a standing ovation to K-pop 2025. Yay! This year has been great, hasn't it? Idols have become more self-aware and educated. K-pop stans aren't toxic at all. Blackpink's concert is just awesome, definitely up to par. And we finally got rid of TikTok. Oh wait, I did it again. Yeah, this year is pure shit. No question. Hello again, Rosie Aries, to the channel everyone ignores because I'm garbage apparently. Let's just get into it.
Number 1. Western media doesn't hate K-pop. They're bored of how predictable it's become. Look, I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite for saying this, but it's not always about racism when K-pop
I mean, I think that's fair, right? Look at K-pop Demon Hunters. That, like, it literally says in the title, K-pop Demon Hunters. So you can't confuse it for nothing else. And it was number 1 for a good minute. Now, obviously Taylor dropped, so it's back to number 2. But still, that's for K-pop. That's impressive. Why is it doing so well? It wasn't predictable. It was different. All of the songs doing well. Well, of course, no. Netflix's engine helps, but still, I think that's a valid point. I think it's not about K-pop. It's about it all sounds the same, and it does for the most part. We talk about it in our reactions. Today we did Next reaction. It sounded like a bunch of other songs, nothing special. We did N Team. N Team was more unique, more different. Okay, so like I said, a lot of K-pop, it's repetitive. It's the same. The groups try to do the same thing, copy one another, copy the West. They like kudos to Le Sserafim. Spaghetti was different. That song, I personally didn't like it, but so what? A lot of people did, and that's how you make a chart on the US. It's you experiment. You might hit it. Gnarly hit it. Spaghetti, will they get hit it? I don't know. We have a week to wait and see. They might show up on the billboard, but I think she's right.
K-pop doesn't get the attention people think it deserves. Sometimes it's just straight up fatigue. Every group is dropping the same glassy, high-energy comeback that feels like a Pepsi commercial with a random high note thrown in for drama. Like, we get it. You can all sing and hit a pose. But where's the chaos? Where's the mess that makes people feel something? Western critics aren't ignoring K-pop because they hate it. They're just bored of the factory shine. Everything looks perfect, but too perfect gets predictable real fast. Half these videos could swap songs and you wouldn't even notice. There's no grit, no weirdness, no risk. Western media eats up imperfection and personality, not choreography so tight it feels robotic. K-pop used to have flavor.
What she's saying is almost the same thing that the other person said in the video, why K-pop fail in the West. Basically the same thing she's saying.
Now it's turning into one big commercial for aesthetic excellence. And when perfection becomes the standard, it stops feeling special. So no, it's not always they're being racist. Sometimes the music just isn't giving people anything new to chew on. Critics want something unpredictable, something human. And right now, K-pop's too busy looking perfect to remember how to feel imperfect.
Number 2. K-pop's anti-fan culture secretly keeps the industry alive. It's not really all that crazy if you think about it for a sec. Like, people love to act like haters are destroying idols' careers. Well, sometimes they do, but controversy is the best promo a group can get these days. The second an idol breathes wrong, it's trending on X, TikTok edits are rolling in, and suddenly everyone's streaming their music just to see what the
I think there's some truth to that. I don't say I'm like 100% on it, what she said on that, but I do think there's some truth on that. Like, for example, we got a comment yesterday on EJ's reaction. They said, be boring. Okay, cool. The song was boring, but okay. Because we don't show no emotions. But then somebody said, oh, I keep watching you just to see if you're gonna show any emotion. I mean, so they kind of like hate watching us almost. So it is in a sense like, okay, they're keeping the channel alive because they keep watching us. So it is. So there is some truth to that. I do think some people watch because they don't like it, so they want to see how bad it is. In that sense. So I think there is some truth to that. Now, do they keep the industry alive? I don't know. That's a bold statement.
But they also focus on the positivity too that we receive as well. And I appreciate the positivity that people send us too as well.
No, I'm not talking just about us. I just use that as an example because, like,
Yeah, but I feel like they always say highlighted. I don't know. It's okay.
yeah, no, like, I mean, obviously, not everybody gonna like you. It's not, to me, that's normal. It's whatever. But I'm just saying, like, there is people that do kind of watch you to see you fail, and that, at the end of the day, they still watch, they still mention, so you get engagements, you get pushed. So it does help. I just don't know if it keeps the industry alive per se, but I do think it helps though.
I feel like it's like almost like a car accident. People watch and slow down to see the car accident. Eventually, they move on and proceed. But the point is that you want to draw attention. Some people want to draw attention that's negative because they know people will look regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think for us we do it intentionally. We're just being ourselves.
Right. Yeah, like we don't do like to hate just to hate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really feel like I hate on that much. But yeah, we're just being honest. That's what we feel. That's what we feel.
Yeah.
Us is about. Congrats, you just joined the marketing team. Fans and antis are basically doing the same job, just on opposite sides. One's defending, the other's dragging, but both are feeding the algorithm. Every quote tweet, every expose thread, every think piece.
And I think probably maybe the idol can feed on both of them. Like give like satisfy the fans and satisfy the anti.
Yeah, no, I think the thing is there's nothing worse than not attracting attention. There's a saying, any publicity is good publicity. So whether you attract the haters hating on you or the lovers loving on you, it's good. What is the worst is you drop something and nobody's talking about you. That is a problem. That's like why oftentimes, and I feel like they do this intentionally, K-pop groups do this racist shit or some sort of homophobic shit or some other phobic shit where they just get attention. And that keeps them, because like how many cultural appropriations allegations we see, and like it's just like at this point, like you can't say they don't know what they're doing. You just can't. But they keep doing it. Why? Because it gets some sort of engagement. Negative, positive, don't matter. People keep talking about you, making you relevant. I do think they do that on purpose. I refuse to believe they're so ignorant they don't understand what cultural appropriation is.
It's engagement, and that's gold. Companies don't even need to hire PR when fandom drama keeps the group in circulation 24/7. And boy, it's a little funny. The antis think they're destroying someone's career, and the fans think they're saving it, but both are just keeping the clicks coming. At this point, outrage is part of the rollout. Every scandal boosts visibility, every argument drives streams. K-pop doesn't just survive controversy anymore, it feeds on it. It's not chaos, it's strategy. Number 3, K-pop has become a talent show with no winners.
This isn't a laptop launch.
What does
This
that
is a you launch.
Yes, K-pop's starting to feel like one long talent show with no
Do you think that's AI voice or her real voice?
I don't think it's real. If it's real, then she needs to do more like voiceovers for infomercials for like medicine or something.
real winners, I fear. Every few months, there's a new survival show, another vote for your favorite trainee, another group re-debuting for the 3rd time. It's all chasing the dream and fighting for your spot. But when do they actually get to be artists? Half of them debut and immediately disappear into another project, another concept, another fresh start. It's like the industry fell in love with the struggle more than the success. People don't even care about the music anymore. They care about the storyline. It's all about who cried in episode 6, who got eliminated unfairly, who finally did.
I mean, she's right, but I don't think that's unique to K-pop. I
Maybe
think
this is her voice. This is very dramatic.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's her voice, because she does like a lot, like almost ad libs. Like, ooh, I don't know if AI voice would be able to do that. But anyway, anyway, yeah, I think this is not unique to K-pop. This part, I think even in the West, we like the struggle more than we like the success. Like the moment the person gets successful, we start trying to tear them down. Like even look at like anybody, like Eminem, while he was struggling. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, best Eminem, best Eminem. Eminem stopped struggling, became sober. Oh, he flopped now. His music is only good when he's on drugs. It's like same with Taylor. While Taylor was up and coming, everybody was yeah. Now Taylor's at the top. She's like, oh, now she's like 35-year-old woman talking, about like with stuff she's saying like a teenager. It's the same thing. We like the struggle. I like the struggle too, because you can relate to the struggle. I'm not there where I can, oh, I'm successful, I have nothing to worry about, so I don't relate to like when you singing you made it, you have 5 Lambos. I mean, that's cool. I don't. Like, I like the struggle. I can relate. Somebody else is going through the same thing, so I think this is universal. I don't think that's unique to K-pop.
Debuted after years of training. Oh no! It's entertainment, sure, but where's the artistry in all that? The journey has become the product, not the actual debut. At this point, debuting isn't even the finish line. It's just the start of another round of survival. Everyone's constantly proving, performing, competing, but rarely creating. The industry sells the idea of a dream come true.
I mean, yeah, debuting is not finish line, but that's like in the sports.
Of course.
You get drafted. Your draft is a stepping stone to the beginning. So like debuting is kind of like in the NBA draft or NFL draft. You like working so hard so you get drafted. Once you get drafted, okay, now you're in the big league. You gotta perform though. Like you gotta make that money now. You gotta earn your next contract. So this is, yeah, of course it's not the finish line. Finish line is retirement. And when you retire, okay, I'm finished. Now I'm gonna go lay on the beach for the rest of my life.
True, but most idols never even get to reach that part. It's all pre-debut hype and no post-debut substance. K-pop turned the process into the main show, and the destination doesn't even matter anymore.
Number 4. Blackpink giving low-energy performance shouldn't surprise anyone anymore. People always act surprised when the group lacks stage presence or charisma, but history keeps repeating itself. Jennie, in particular, only seems to perform when she feels like it or when the country's mood fits her vibe. It's not new. Someone commented on one of my posts that it's because they've never been truly challenged. And it's true. From the start, Blackpink was privileged. They didn't have to grind like other groups, put in extra work, or fight for recognition. They're brand ambassadors, collaborating with A-list celebrities, and still get praised even if the effort isn't there. They already have it all, so why even try, right? And the Blinks just eat it up, defending everything and throwing money at concerts, even when there's only one new
made
song.
her this way. But there's no desire to put in effort. I think we were saying that before. There was no need for her to put in effort because she still gets paid.
Yeah. I don't know. The black thing is hard for me too, because you guys say, oh, this is just, oh, cut out a small segment like a 5-second clip of a big performance. This is not a big deal. That's, and I mean, that might be true, right? I don't know. I wasn't there. It could be just because it is true. You can cut out any clip to make anybody look bad for like 5 seconds. But at the same time, like consistently, how many clips are we seeing? Like clip after clip, show after show. They're lazy. They're this. They're that. Where there's fire, there's smoke. So I don't know. I haven't attended none of the shows.
Where there's fire, there's smoke.
Yeah, so I can't.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Both ways. It goes both ways, but yes, you're right. The saying is where there's usually where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So I don't know, but yeah, like people keep talking about this. I do feel like there's something there. I don't think, especially we do get those clips, and there's not one clip. There's clip after clip after clip after clip.
What about when they say, oh, they didn't have to work hard as other girl groups?
I don't know. We weren't there.
This is interesting accusation. It made me think of Park Bom.
Oh, I don't know. I can't comment on that. But in terms of their concerts, if they are truly lazy, then I think good. That's what you get, Blinks, for supporting them, because you support that. You allow them to be lazy because you don't criticize them for that. Like for non-Blinks, criticizing them, that's cute, but the Blinks have to actually criticize them. Stop giving them money for them to improve. As long as Blinks eat up any trash, they will keep doing it. So that's on y'all.
Blackpink has always dumped a mountain of shit on their stans, and the stans just ran straight into it like it was a spa day, acting like bathing in it is the secret to catching a whiff of their so-called greatness. Logic and Blinks honestly do not mix, so don't act surprised when you see them unsynchronized or low energy on stage. This is who they are at this point. Jennie is usually the main culprit, and the rest just follow. The hype and money will keep them floating, but their performances, that's never been the point.
Because, you can say, oh, they have haters. I mean, okay, fine, but like, for example, let's take Stray Kids. We don't see, Stray Kids just had a big-ass tour. We didn't see not one video about, oh, Stray Kids being lazy.
Yeah, lazy.
We never see that. And what you say, Stray Kids don't have haters? Yeah, they do. But we never seen that they're being lazy. Not once. We do see occasionally about Twice. We've seen, but Twice usually it's like 1 or 2 girls specifically picked also on. I think Mina is one of the girls was being, oh, she's being lazy. Espa, but Espa again, there's a lot of fire there. Espa definitely deserves the criticism. Uh, yeah, I think those mainly the three groups is Blackpink, Espa, and Twice that we saw that gets criticism for being lazy. So I don't think it's the haters, because if the hate every group has the haters, and this would happen with every group. It doesn't really happen. We don't see nothing for Unhype and they've been touring. We don't see nothing for Stray Kids. Bless Seraphim just had a tour. I don't think we saw anything about Bless Seraphim being lazy. We saw something about them wearing Mexican attire. Is that appropriation or not? But that's it. 17, I think, touring. We didn't see nothing about them being lazy. About them drinking shots. Yes, sure, but not being lazy.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair to blame the haters at this point either. Because everybody has the haters, the antis. But only specific groups get accused of being lazy.
It's all branding over actual artistry.
El $6 Popeyes Big Box ha vuelto. 2 piezas de signature chicken o 3 tenders. 2 acompañantes y...
Number 5. Idol apology is no better than YouTuber's apology. Like, I swear, all they need is a ukulele in the background and it'd be the same energy. Some of these apologies give me an actual headache. They're so stiff, so scripted, and somehow still manage to sound completely tone deaf. You know the ones, polished while saying nothing at the same time, failing to address who they offended, or my favorite, oh no, I honestly didn't know it was offensive. What? And of course, it doesn't convince you for a second. I mean, obviously, because what on earth?
I mean, okay, fair, but this does happen here in the West too. Not everybody apologizes properly. I think this is just person to person. I don't think this is this specifically that idols don't apologize well, because I think there was idols that apologized properly before. I think
And immediately.
yeah, I think the
Jungkook, he apologized.
yeah, that's a
immediately.
good example. I think the way Jungkook handled the Japan hat, Tokyo hat, I think that was good. Uh, I think somebody else, even like with somebody like dropped the N word or like lip synced the N word and they apologized immediately too, and I felt like it was a good apology. I think the guy from Card or something like that. I think he immediately on the same live apologized. I think that was good. So I don't think it's fair to say that all the idols' apologies are bad. I think it's just case to case, because here in the States we can find bad apologies too.
That's true.
I don't think that's a fair criticism.
Earth was that so-called apology? I can't help but say yikes when reading some of them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying idols can't recover from mistakes or that apologizing is useless. It's not about winning or losing. It's about authenticity. Fans, and literally everyone watching, can tell when someone actually means it versus when it's just a PR move. We're not dumb. We can feel when it's genuine, when there's real reflection behind it. Too often, idol apologies feel like they're written by a team of lawyers and PR people, not the person who actually did something wrong. And that's why they fail. If they want people to believe them, they need to drop the script, speak like a human, and show some accountability. Otherwise, it's just another moment that makes everyone groan. Number 6. K-pop idols and companies need to get it together, or else the world is going through a crisis right now. Economies are shaky, people are stressed, and literally everyone's struggling. For years, we've put up with their nonsense. But this time, nah, it's a no from me. Fans are tired of seeing idols and companies act clueless when serious stuff is happening. Tone-deaf comments, ignorant posts, or just pretending to not notice. It's not cute, it's exhausting. We're not asking them to be full-on activists or to solve global problems. Just be educated, show some awareness, and don't be insensitive. That's literally all it takes. We're watching, and when you're rich and have millions in influence, pretending to be oblivious doesn't fly. You're not a kid anymore, Priscilla. You've got a platform. Use it responsibly. No way, bruh. It's getting ridiculous. People want to stand their music, not their ignorance. If idols keep brushing off issues or making dumb mistakes while acting untouchable, fans are going to start checking out. Companies need to step up too, because managing talent isn't just about comebacks and merch. It's about knowing the world your artists live in. Wake up, please. Number 7, K-pop doesn't.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think most people don't care about what they do. I think they just love the idols or the group. They'll eat anything else, because we've seen plenty. I think at this point,
It makes you wonder if they like the art or just the person.
I honestly believe in a lot of cases people like the individuals behind the music more than the music, because the way people eat up anything they will drop, it's to me is like how is that even possible? Like I
It
don't.
doesn't matter what they drop.
It's like I like J. Cole, probably maybe my favorite artist. I like Lil Wayne, top 3 for me. Not every album by them is good. Lil Wayne's most recent album was garbage. Oh, just because I like Lil Wayne, I'm supposed to like that album? No. But there's plenty of his earlier stuff that's really good. Same with J. Cole. You know, there's some flops in there. There's a lot of good music in there. To me, like somebody that likes every single drop that you do,
Yeah,
that's
it's not genuine.
it's not you don't like the music, you like the person behind it, and there's nothing wrong with that. This the same like you liking some sort of influencer, what they do, you will like them for them because they influence you or you like their content. Nothing wrong with that, but just have to acknowledge that, and you don't have to lie that their music is good. But
Or try to tell others,
yeah,
convince them otherwise.
yeah, like if you think they're good people or like you like, you
You
know,
can say that.
yeah, that's cool. There's
That's
nothing wrong
fine.
with that. Yeah, that's awesome. But you know, just there's no need to convince anybody of that.
Need another ick girl, it needs a weirdo. Yeah, I said it, and I know it sounds wild, but hear me out. Right now, the industry is obsessed with perfection. Perfect visuals, perfect smiles, perfect stage presence. Everyone's polished, polite, and easy to like, and it's getting boring. Imagine the next big star not being picture perfect. She's messy, a little loud, maybe even annoying sometimes. She says whatever she thinks, doesn't always follow the rules, and somehow makes it work. Someone people love and love to hate. Someone who
That
doesn't fit the
reminds me of the one from Idol, So Young.
What about her?
The weirdo. She's
Oh,
being a weirdo.
go ahead.
I think there's already people in the industry who's now they, were one way and now they want to do complete opposite and focus on the antis.
You know who I thought when she said that?
Who?
Lee Young Ji.
Oh.
I think to me she stands out in a little quirky way. I think she actually has a lot of personality. If she was to like try to break out in the West, I think she would make it. I think she has enough personality to make it in the West. She gives us that personality every time she performs, every time she does an interview. You see that. And I do think K-pop needs more of that.
mold, but somehow commands attention because she's unpredictable and real. That's what would shake things up. And no, I don't mean an unapologetic moron who does stupid stuff just for the sake of it. Someone who is conscious and aware while her actions
Tarzan.
doesn't hurt others. K-pop thrives on charisma and personality, not just flawless visuals or synchronized choreography. Right now, everyone looks the same, acts the same, and it's all safe. But give me someone raw, unfiltered, chaotic even, and suddenly the whole industry feels alive again. It's about taking risks and breaking expectations, not adding another clone to the lineup. Someone messy could be exactly what K-pop needs to feel exciting again. Someone people can't ignore, even if they're screaming at their screens half the time. Number 8. K-pop doesn't do luxury anymore. It does Instagram luxury. Back in the day, the rich concept meant owning the stage, dripping in Versace, walking around like you actually earned that confidence. It was over the top. It was dramatic. And yes, it was overplayed, but at least it felt real. You could feel the charisma. You could see someone commanding attention because the luxury wasn't just props, it was attitude. Now, it's just a bottle of water on a marble table, a wine glass someone clearly didn't touch, and a choreographed bad girl look while the beat hits. It's all staged for the gram, not for impact. There's no personality behind it, no stage presence, just aesthetics. Fans go crazy for it, of course, but the energy isn't there. It's not luxury, it's a photo shoot masquerading as luxury. The old rich concept made you feel like you were watching someone untouchable, larger than life. Now it's more like, look at this influencer pretending to be edgy while sitting next to an empty glass. K-pop's lost that raw, chaotic, over-the-top confidence, and in its place is filtered, polished, Instagram-ready fantasy. It looks rich, sure, but it doesn't feel rich, and that's the difference. Number 9. K-pop
I think she is correct about that stage presence, lack of thereof in K-pop. Like, it just doesn't. There's not much stage presence in K-pop. But at the same time, I don't see anything wrong with like Instagram luxury. If that's how they make their money, by posting on Instagram and just flexing on Instagram, I don't really want to count how they make their money.
I guess it's them being as artists is like focusing on the art than them being as, influencers
Not just
or
influencing, it makes more money. You do what you gotta do. We can't sit here and
Yeah.
judge them for that.
Mm,
It's easy for us to say, "Oh, go film and dance." Like, no. Like, if dancing don't make me as much money as posting a
then
shot,
you're no longer a K-pop idol. You're an K-pop influencer.
and that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. And I honestly, I do feel like some of them are like that. Like, especially the big ones, Felix, Hyunjin. They go on the fashion show. You see how much money they generate. So maybe they're models more than.
But they do perform.
They do perform. No, they do perform. But I'm saying maybe they're models more than the idols, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't like sitting here and telling us what they're supposed to be doing. They do whatever they want to do. We take that, or we don't take that. If you don't take that, unfollow. Bye. If you take that, that's cool.
stans don't want representation, they want projection.
What they really want is someone who mirrors their own fantasy version of confidence, beauty, or trauma. They don't want idols who are real, they want idols who reflect what they wish they were. You see it all the time. They'll say they want idols with different body types or authentic personalities, but the second someone doesn't fit the aesthetic they had in mind, they turn on them. It's not about representation, it's about control. Fans want to project their own insecurities, dreams, and narratives onto these people and pretend it's empowerment. And when an idol actually is real, like genuinely awkward, outspoken, or imperfect, suddenly they're problematic or doing too much. The truth is, stans want their idols to be relatable, but only in ways that make them look good for supporting them. It's performative. It's selfish. K-pop stans love the idea of representation, but not the reality of it, because reality isn't always pretty, polished, or easy to stan. It's messy, and messy doesn't trend as well as fantasy does. Number 10.
Okay.
K-pop stans can be just as bad as idols. For real, sometimes their takes are so tone deaf, it hurts, and yet they act like they're the most educated people on the planet. It's wild. When serious issues come up, that's when you really see how little thought went into half these arguments. People try to hold idols accountable or spread awareness, and stans pop up with the dumbest defenses you've ever seen. It's so bad it makes Donald Trump look like a genius. Like he could be the next Einstein. It's not even funny. Here's an example. When someone tries to educate people about cultural appropriation or racism and actually gives a well-thought-out explanation, there's always that one stan who jumps in with the dumbest take imaginable, like, well, black people should stop straightening their hair or wearing wigs or dyeing their hair blonde. They're appropriating white culture. Oh, okay, Priscilla. Be serious for once. By that logic, every non-white person born with straight hair is also appropriating white culture. Straight or blonde hair is genetics, not a cultural trend. You can't appropriate something that literally grows out of people's scalps. And yes, before some of y'all start typing, black people do have naturally straight and even naturally blonde hair. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Google is free. There are plenty of other ridiculous arguments like that and not relating to this, but I'll stop before I start yapping too much. Anyways, the point is to just calm down. Being a fan doesn't automatically make you informed or insightful. Some of them will twist logic just to protect their fave, throwing out whatever excuse comes to mind without even considering if...
Why? But why though?
Why what?
Why they want to protect their fave? What's the goal?
Because they in love with a stripper. I don't know. They in love with the idol. They just think the idol can't do no wrong, and she's absolutely right about this. We see so many. It's ridiculous at this point. Like when what happened with Soyeon and not even Soyeon, but you know the Esalt and the other people, people coming at Esalt for like really. So, the guy just came out and admitted he plagiarized coming at Esalt. It's just like the delusion is, I don't know. There's a lot of delusion going on in standoms.
it makes sense. You can't just cry bias or haters every time someone criticizes an idol and call it a debate. That's not how this works. The nastiest part about this entire thing is that this behavior encourages the idols to keep slipping up, because their stans will cover for them no matter what. It's a vicious cycle. Bad decisions from idols, bad takes from stans, and the rest of us watching in disbelief. Standing doesn't excuse being...
That is the biggest problem with standing, is that you don't make your idol grow by if you defend whatever, if you eat up whatever trash they put out, and that's the problem like with Blackpink too, and Blinks. If you accept the trash for Blackpink, they don't grow. They're gonna keep giving you trash after trash after trash. The moment you take a stand and say, okay, we're not gonna go to a concert until you start performing well, they're forced to get better. It's either you don't make no money or you get better, and they will get better, and they will be better performers for that. So by accepting garbage and accepting all the bullshit and accepting appropriations and like being homophobes, racist, whatever, go ahead.
I think they also create like a little bit of pity when they say their body hurts, because when they came out, it gave a lot of sympathy for them.
Who said that?
Blackpink.
But didn't
Like
say that. I said
touring.
that.
No, in tour. No, remember in documentary and touring, they
Oh.
said their body has to go through a lot, and it's quite stressful on their body. That recovering is very essential for them.
Okay, great point. Then take a stand. Don't buy the tickets. Make the label. Put them on a hiatus. Again, take a stand. Take some sort of stand. You can't accept bullshit, because if you keep defending, you keep accepting, then the person does not grow. The way to make a person grow is to make them uncomfortable.
But I don't think like the fans complain about Blackpink being overworked. They say they're underworked.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Blackpink being overworked.
But then Blackpink will tell you that, you know, when they do this touring, they do the routines, it's a lot of stress on their body. So we've seen other groups that have a lot of like responsibilities, and Blackpink, they have like very few, you know, obligations, important obligations, but not as many compared to other groups.
Yep.
But they get a pass.
Because the fans accept anything.
blind or dumb, and some of these fan reactions are straight up embarrassing. Number 11, fandom loyalty is emotional blackmail in disguise. Aye, you've spent years defending your fave, buying albums, streaming every release, maybe even arguing online with strangers at 3 a.m. So now, even when the music starts falling off or the performances are mid, you feel obligated to keep supporting them. It's not even loyalty anymore, it's guilt. You've invested too much time, money, and energy to admit they might not be
Yeah,
that great right
that's
now.
true.
So instead of calling out the obvious, you convince yourself it's artistic growth or a new direction. Meanwhile,
What's that called? Sunken cost fallacy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you invested so much that you don't you gotta keep going because you invested so much.
deep down, you know it's mediocre. But if you say that out loud, other fans will attack you for being disloyal or a fake fan. See how that works? The whole thing runs on emotional manipulation. It's like a one-sided relationship where you keep giving and never get
I
anything
think
real
maybe
back.
that's
Just merch drop.
something to be said about the toxicity in the K-pop world, in the terms of how we have these relationships with these idols.
What do you mean?
Like for example, like it's gonna be, you're gonna be damned and turned on by a lot of the fans if you speak out and go against it, and everything you invested is gonna be washed, is gone. That can be intimidating. So it creates like a situation where you're stuck with the group, because to turn against the group, you kind of lose your friends, you lose your, you know, your safe space.
Yeah, but that's life. Life is full of conflicts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to face them head on.
drops and fan service clips. Fandoms will preach support your faves no matter what.
That's why I
but
think
that's how mediocrity
it was easy for Kiss Alive to kind of get canceled in a way, because not too many people had so much investment into them.
What about all the project?
For all day project,
They just debuted.
the thing is, everyone know them individually. Like, these are not just any kind of rookies that start from scratch.
Oh, you're saying because they're famous already.
Well, they go by they're famous already, but
We
they truly are
already
known by,
famous.
like, the Woo-san.
Yeah.
He's known from being on the show. He was like a fan favorite. Bailey was a dancer, famous dancer.
yeah.
Annie Moon, she's a
Rich.
rich, so probably the girls were following her,
Yeah,
seeing
on
everything she's doing
Instagram,
on
sure,
Instagram,
yeah.
social media. A young
Young CO.
CO, she, like,
She's
everyone
from
has
the show,
anticipated,
yeah, from Are You
like,
Next?
oh, when she's gonna blow
Mhm.
up. So she's, all those people there, there's like different levels of investment by people already made.
Fair enough.
So it's
yeah.
very different from another group like Kiss of Life, where, you know, they were put together and then now they're debuting.
That's fair.
survives because no one's brave enough to walk away. Loyalty is supposed to mean respect, not blind devotion. But in K-pop, it's become this toxic contract you never signed, keeping fans trapped by guilt instead of genuine love.
I remember getting my
Number 12. The industry is afraid of change.
Oh,
Everyone knows how
yes.
fake the whole love yourself message is when the same companies push to have their idols preach it in their music are the ones forcing idols to get plastic surgery to meet some made-up beauty standard. It's hypocritical. You can't tell fans to embrace self-love while you're editing your idols into carbon copies of the same face. And don't even get me started on the queer baiting. It's honestly one of the most frustrating things about modern K-pop. Companies will let idols flirt with queer aesthetics, same-sex fan surveys for clout, do gestures, and sing about it in their music, but the second an idol even tries to show support for the LGBTQ+ community for real, it's damage control. If the audience is so conservative, why are you pushing that narrative at all? You can't sell queerness as a marketing tool and then deny people the right to live it authentically. It's disingenuous, it's inauthentic, and it makes the entire industry look like a parody of itself. K-pop wants to act progressive without actually being progressive. They want the image of change, not the reality of it. And that's exactly why it's starting to feel so hollow. Cough cough, ex-love situation. So basically, the whole ex-love flag thing blew up when a fan tried to hand them a pride flag during one of their Europe shows.
That cough was kind of AI though. Sounded like AI. I don't know.
Security or staff literally snatched it away. What made people mad was that they let other flags through, like country flags, so it came off like a weird double standard.
Because I feel like
After-
if it was an actual person, they would just not cough.
that, the company tried to do damage control by saying no flags allowed at all for the rest of the tour to keep things neutral. But like, come on, everyone saw it as them avoiding accountability. Fans, especially LGBTQ plus ones, felt betrayed because XLF has always pushed this gender fluid, inclusive vibe in their music and visuals. So people were like, okay, so you're fine using queer aesthetics for clout, but the second someone shows real support, it's a problem? Then the leader made this half apology saying it was just a logistical misunderstanding, but honestly, it didn't help. The whole thing made them look performative, like they're all about inclusivity until it's inconvenient. Alrighty, if you are a classy individual, then you definitely enjoyed this video. Nah, just kidding. But for real, please support me by clicking.
Alright. Good video. I think
Let's see the comments.
I agreed with most of the opinions. A couple ones maybe disagree, but you know, that's opinions. She's entitled to it. Quick correction about the last opinion. I made a mistake. I should have said a group member being stopped by security from picking up all that Polish. Oh, okay. You know, it's hard to understand why people invest time and money in Blackpink's concerts that are almost guaranteed to disappoint. That money could better go to their landlords. I don't know. We have guys say that they went to Blackpink's concert and they enjoyed it. So is it guaranteed to disappoint? Maybe not. Maybe it's overblown. I don't know. I find it annoying how Blinks make up excuses for Jenny's performances whenever she gives us low energy. All I keep seeing is Jenny's ankle injury from 1066. Oh yeah, the good old days. Like that ankle has been through more history than half of K-pop at this point. It's always some recycled excuse every comeback cycle. She's tired, she's focusing on her hair, she's booked and busy. Blinks could say Jenny sneezed in 2019 and that's why her stage presence hasn't recovered since. It's not just Blinks, we see the same with aespa. Oh, they're tired. They've been tired since like mid 2024 at this point. Yeah, it's not just Blinks.
Okay, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. Share as much kindness as possible.